This program contains scenes of nonsensical garbage and coarse language and is intended for a mature audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Why, hello, my little trash bags. How are you? I am doing fantabulous. Why? Because I get to talk about this little guy right here. Oh my God, look at him. This is the Lethal X Adventure Time collection, and this was so much fun to play with. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about each of the products, and I'm just going to show you kind of a couple different looks that I created and my application and bloopity blop blop and whatever. Okay. Anyway, first and foremost, thank you so much to Lethal Cosmetics for sending this my way. I appreciate it. I love you. They hold a special place in my heart. They really do. Also, I don't think that was a heart. This is my heart. Okay. I was like, what is this? An apple? All right. Anyway, I was so excited about this collection because I love the Avatar collection so much, right? That Avatar collection was amazing. So when I knew they were going to come out with this, I was like, oh, I know it's going to be good. And I'm so happy to say that it is. This is really a lot of fun to play with. And I'm so happy that Lethal just consistently just kicks ass. Like, I just love that. I love that so much. First and foremost, I didn't get everything in this collection, so I apologize. I'm not going to be able to talk about the lip gloss, which lip gloss looked pretty adorable, or the like lip scrub and lip mask. They didn't send that to me, but they sent me everything else though. So without further ado, let's talk about what is in this collection. The first one, which I'm going to say this is the one that I was the most excited about, is the makeup bag. The makeup bag retails for $29. This is adorable. Okay, this is adorable. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes of Adventure Time. I don't really know a lot about it. I know. I'm an elder millennial. Okay, I heard the show is really cute. I do want to watch it eventually. It's on my bucket list, but right now I'm kind of stuck watching Rehearsal, which I have never felt so awkward in my life watching something. It's all I think about. Anyway, that'll be something I watch in the future. But I was so excited that they were going to be releasing another makeup bag because the makeup bag from the Airbender collection was so cute. And this one doesn't disappoint. I love that it's fluffy. It feels like it has like some nice padding in here, so I don't feel immediately alarmed if this gets tossed around. But don't get it twisted. It's not like hard ass padding where it definitely feels protected, but definitely more protected than say some other makeup bags. Okay. I like that you can actually put this whole collection in there without a problem. It's a lot of space. I really like the lining. I like the little zipper pulls. Like, this is cute. Am I fearful that this is going to get dirty? Absolutely. And so I'm going to put this down in a second because I'm really terrified of that. But overall though, I think this is really fun, and I'm so happy to see them continuing to create these really just adorable little accoutrements to collections, and I hope they continue to do that. I actually would love to see just like a plain Lethal Cosmetics makeup bag. Just saying. As much as I do love these IPs, I really would love to see what their makeup bag would look like. Just saying. Please? Okay. But anyway, this is really cute and I love this, and I cannot wait to use it and be terrified the whole time that I spilled makeup on it. Love it. The headband. I am not going to put this on my head because all right, there's 2 things that I don't like about this product. It sucks because I think it's really cute. So this guy retails for $13. It's really soft and I love that. But there is a lot of like little flyaway. Yeah, like I'm getting like all this like little fluffies. All these little fluffies kind of come off the band very easily, so I don't love that. And these bands in particular annoy the shit out of me because I feel like I don't know how to put them on properly without them squeezing off my head. And then the fact that it's white, I really don't want it to come too close to my face because I know there's just going to be a ring of foundation around it. And I know that's like the point, right? Because it's something to help you protect it not getting in your hair. But I don't know, just the thought of seeing that, I don't love it. I almost kind of wish that this was more of a headband shape, just so you can kind of, I don't know, take out this elastic part. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I have a weird head shape and it just doesn't work for me. But I was really disappointed with this one. I wanted to like this, and I feel like this is probably like the worst thing in the whole collection, if I'm going to be honest with you. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I do. And I just wish I could, I just want to love it. I just want to love it because I love the idea of it. I love these 2 little ears, and if it just worked for me, I think it would be amazing, but it's never going to replace any of my headbands. It's just not. And I'm spoiled. So yeah, this could have been better. Could have been better. Now the last little accessory they have, this is super cute. This is the mirror. The mirror also is $13, and one side is a magnified mirror and the other side is a non-magnified mirror. I don't want to blind you, so I'll hold it up like this. I love the, is it lenticular? I think that's the name of it. I think that's what it's called. Well, lenticular cover, so you kind of see like the little screen, his little face. I think this is super cute. This is actually going to go in my bag forever and ever and ever. I just think it's so adorable. Again, I really love the fact that Lethal does such a good job on these like little accessories and packaging. It really puts other brands who do a lot of IP work to shame, honestly, because they just do it so well. So I would say if you were interested in picking this up, this is adorable. Between this and the makeup bag, I would say like these are like the best accessories. Just skip out on the headband. But you're probably saying, okay, who cares? Well, let's talk about like the actual makeup. Bitch, I heard you, all right? So let's start off with one of my favorite things, which are the cheek products. These are the little blushes. They're about $17 a piece. And there are 3 shades. You have the Princess Bubblegum. Yep, Princess Bubblegum. You have Lumpy Space Princess, which I feel like that is me to a T. And then we have Flame Princess, which is this beautiful orange color. So Flame Princess is what I have on my face today. I love all of these. I think this is the first time Lethal has come out with a cream blush, and they don't disappoint. They're very, very pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. Trust me when I say that, especially with the fucking orange, a little bit goes a long way. I really love the kind of squishy texture. It reminds me a lot of some of the like Asian beauty brands, like some of their like spongy, not spongy so much, but squishy, I guess. Because spongy just seems like there's like a sponge layer. That's not the case. These are very smushy. And let me tell you, I really do I love this lavender. And I love the fact that you can kind of combine them as well. Well, really not so much all 3 of them, but if you wanted to combine the Lumpy Space Princess, I'm sorry, and Princess Bubblegum, you can, and it does look absolutely stunning. And I like these because they kind of remind me of the collection that I put out with Lethal so many moons ago. That was super cute. Like the kind of a similar vibe of these like pink and lavender blushes, but these are super comfortable. It does come out into like more of a matte finish, but it's not the type of matte where as soon as you put it down, it dries instantly and you're like, oh shit, how am I gonna blend it out? This product is very, very blendable. So if you do go a little ham like I did with the orange one, rest assured that you can definitely blend it out and make it work. So even it being a matte finish, thank God it's not a true matte where you just feel like you are stuck. I really do like this formula, and I'm really excited to see like more of these types of products in the future from them. It's really nice to just kind of see them branch out from like their usual suspects. And I think they did a really good job in this one. So love that. Moving on to the Lady Raincore highlighter. This is fucking amazing. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of like Bitter Lace Beauty. When I think of rainbow highlighters, I think of Bitter Lace Beauty, and this does not disappoint. I was a little kind of worried initially because I was like, these are cream blushes, but because they dry down like a matte and kind of has a little bit of like a powdery-ish kind of finish, I didn't feel like putting the highlighter on top of it created any sort of texture. Now I haven't put any powder on my face, especially like my cheek area. So when I first tried it, I was like, I don't know about this one, but let me tell you, does not disappoint. I love this. It's so gorgeous. But yeah, it reminds me of Bitter Lace Beauty and just the hype of the rainbow highlighter. And I was just, I don't know, this kind of reminds me of like a little bit of like a blast in the past in a way. Super cute, super pretty. And I mean, the fact that it is Pride Month, this is just a nice little addition. It's super cute. What I love about this highlighter is that while yes, there is some sparkle added to it, there's no really like unnecessary glitter bukkake that kind of flies all over the place. So if you are somebody that really doesn't like, you know, the kind of the chunky craft glitter that sometimes highlighters can have, rest assured that's not the case here. They're pretty fine and they definitely stay in one place. So they're not going to be flying all around your face or anything like that. And they are just absolutely blinding. I feel like I barely dipped my brush into pan and put it on my face and I was like, damn, this is an alien slut highlighter. This bitch does not disappoint. So yes, we love her. And I would love to see more of these, although I really am curious to see if they are going to be coming out with some sort of cream highlighter. It kind of would have been cool in this collection. I don't think you would have been able to do it with rainbow, although that would be fucking fascinating if you could. I understand why this is needed, but It would have been cool though to see some sort of like cream option, only because I feel like I'm old school maybe, and I'm like, oh, cream should go with cream, and the cream to powder like mixtures, it kind of gets a little bit funky to me. And again, it's just a preference thing because I feel like I just haven't really mastered that yet, and maybe one day I will. I don't know. 2025, we're halfway through this up year. Maybe I'll figure it out, but as of right now, I'm like, things should be separate. So anyway, this is really cute, and I love it. And I love the packaging and all these little guys. They're so fun. Hold on, let me wipe my hands down before I just put highlighter all over my face. Oh, I just realized I did not get, there was another blush that I actually did not get. It was kind of black and pan, and it has like a red color. I did not receive that in PR. So I wish I did, because I am kind of curious to see how that would look. But if it's anything like the other blushes, a little bit goes a long way. Okay, so let's move on to these little eyeliners. The eyeliners are cute. I like these. They both retail for $15 a piece. You have the Ice King, and then you have Gunter. So Gunter is what I actually have on my face today. In one of the little shots that I'm going to show you, I did put on the Ice King on one of my looks, and these are really nice. I do like Lethal's liquid eyeliners, and I really, really appreciate a couple of things. One of the things that was really annoying about the Airbender collection is that their eyeliners were kind of just leaking all over the place. And I fucking hated that, because I really liked how they looked, but it kind of became impossible to use, because if you laid them on their sides, they would just kind of seep out of the packaging. I'm glad they solved that, but having the top be more of like a twist off, I don't know, maybe that's the thing that's helping it kind of stay into place. But either way, I'm just very thankful, because I really like the last Airbender eyeliners. And at a certain point, I had to stop using them because they just became too much of a mess. So this is perfect. I really like the brush head. As someone who doesn't really love liquid eyeliner, because I feel like when I use it, it looks like somebody punched me in the eye, because usually the brush head is like way too big, or it's so tiny, the component, that I feel like I'm just like manhandling my face. This is super small, and it really stays very close to the lash line, and I love that. I was actually kind of surprised how pigmented the Ice King was, considering that, you know, it is light, it's just sparkles. I was like, oh, okay, maybe there's not gonna really be much of anything. No, this shit is very, very sparkly, and I felt like it kind of added a nice little pop to my little purple look. I do love the black one, and I love that there is like these kind of little sparkles in there that just make me feel like it's not super, super intense. That's why I don't really like doing a lot of black eyeliner, because it just kind of swallows up my eyes, and I look like a demon. But this one, it has just such a small amount of sparkle that just make it look so pretty. And I don't know, it's absolutely gorgeous. So I was beyond impressed with these guys, and I also like the fact that they do have really, really good longevity. That was one thing I forgot to kind of comment on with the blushes. They also had really good longevity. Everything in this collection has really good longevity, with the exception of like the lip balm, but it's a lip balm, like whatever, it's kind of par for the course. But the longevity on the eyeliners are special. Considering the other day I was like pretty much in tears at work, because just dealing with this one person, they're just draining my soul. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, and yeah, I definitely, my eyes were a little moist. And I was like, oh, at least the eyeliner stays. So that's good. Claps in chat for Lethal for that one. All right, so yeah, let's move on to the lip balm. Now, obviously it's not what I have on my face today. I don't feel like it kind of goes. That's why I have something else on, but these are fine though. The Marceline lip balm has a little bit of color to it, kind of like a berry color. Super cute, super pretty. The Princess Bubblegum doesn't have any color added to it, but the bullet's really cute. I love like the little suspended sparkles. It's adorable. Rest assured that if you do apply this, I didn't really notice any sort of like glitter or sparkle or anything. Maybe in due time I will, but when I was using it, I didn't. They're not my favorite lip balms in the whole world. Obviously, like Ola Henriksen is my lip balm of choice. So they're definitely not going to be replacing any of my favorites. I think this was like a nice little thing to add, but probably I would say my least favorite product out of everything that I've received. Like, I don't see myself reaching for them a lot. There wasn't anything about them that was just so remarkable that I was like, oh my God, this is gonna replace my love of lip balm. It's fine, it's a fucking lip balm. I don't know, it wasn't anything like super spectacular. So I feel like you're only gonna get these purely for the bullet, because the bullet is adorable, it's everything. But in terms of actual formula, I didn't find anything special or wonderful about it. Like, they're just fine. And I think out of all the products that you're delivering at such a high caliber, this is just such a mid, forgettable product that it's like, oh, I kind of wish she didn't include this. It kind of brings down the average of the score. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I would totally skip out on that. I don't think it's something that you need to get unless this collection, this whole thing speaks to you. I would say it's like the weakest thing in the whole collection. Actually, I know, I take that back. The headband is the weakest thing, then followed by the lip balms, because at least like I have some sort of use for lip balms. I do not have any use for that headband. Moving on to the last thing, which is the eyeshadow palette. This is a big bitch. This one retails for $59. You get 24 shades. This is so cute. I love the new packaging. It's a little puffy. It's super fun to squish. We love that. I like that you get this mirror here. And then here is your beautiful color story. It's basically like a pastel rainbow dream. Is this a color story that I would reach for time and time again? Not necessarily. Probably not. There's some aspects to this that I would really, really like, but y'all know me. I'm a neutral ass bitch these days. So seeing some of this, I went kind of bright today. I was feeling fiery. But for the most part, I wouldn't say that this is like my color story of choice. I think comparing it to the last Airbender collection, for example, those were more my speed because they felt a little bit more grungier. These are definitely like poppy princess birthday party. It's still really, really cute, but it's just not my favorite color story that they have ever put out. But it makes sense to the show, at least to the color palette of the show. Granted, again, I've only seen a couple of episodes, but kind of even just looking at the cover here, I feel like this is one of the rare times where the actual packaging matches the inside of the palette. There's so many brands that, you know, unfortunately just really suck. And they make some really cool packaging and the inside is so fucking lame. We don't have that problem here, baby. So for that, they get 2 points for that one. Now, unfortunately, I didn't use all 24 shades, but I did use a fair amount of them. And I am very familiar with like Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadows. I love their eyeshadows. These did not disappoint. The mattes were matting. The shimmers were shimmering. Was there a lot of glitter bukkake? Yes, but it's also kind of not surprising because I feel like that's what happens with Lethal's shimmer shadows. They are a sparkly bitch and you gotta be really, really careful. Otherwise, it's gonna look like Tinkerbell shit all over your face. So just a heads up. But what I love about the mattes is that they are very, very pigmented. They blend out very, very beautifully. I didn't feel like I had any issues with patchiness or longevity. And Lethal's mattes are some of my favorite mattes. And let me tell you, this white shade in particular, that was like bone white. I honestly couldn't believe how shockingly pigmented that was, because usually white shades are either incredibly pigmented or like, where is it? This was like, oh, okay. It's like, okay, this needs to calm down a little bit. And that's what I love about Lethal's formula. It's very, very pigmented. When it comes to the shimmers, you have a couple of different formulas in here. You have duochromes and then you have the trichromes, which is not quite a multi-chrome because it's 3 colors. Multi-chromes are more than 3 or something to that effect. They're really beautiful. Again, I feel like I always say this about Lethal, but they have just been getting really, really better with their like multi-chromes or trichrome shades. I remember when they first came out, I was kind of like, what the is this? They have definitely made leaps and bounds since they first made this type of formula many, many moons ago. And so I'm always happy to see them kind of tweaking it and making it like super pretty. And that's what I love about their shimmer shades. They're very beautiful. They remind me of like little jewels and they do not disappoint. And looking at this, I am getting a little bit excited to use some more of the shimmer shades. I definitely probably would pair them more with neutral shades because that's just who I've become these days. Kind of disgusting if you ask me. But these are just so pretty. I kind of regret not putting this on my eye today. I feel like that would have went really, really good with the orange that I have. That was the one thing I will say about this palette is that there are a lot of color combinations. So I feel like lately with some palettes, I get stunted because I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. This, I kind of almost immediately regret putting something on my face because I'm like, fuck, I should have did this because there are a lot of possibilities. Now, granted, I haven't come to the point where I have regretted it so much where I needed to take it off because it looked ugly. I'm very happy to say that even with the color combinations that I've created that I've immediately regretted because I saw something else that I thought looked better, they always looked really, really good. So props to Lethal for creating a palette that I feel like is very versatile. You can get a shitload of looks out of this palette. So I am excited to continue to play with this, especially the shimmer shades because like this green one, the yellow one, there's just so many possibilities with this one. But again, out of all the Lethal palettes that have come out, is this my favorite color story? No, because I am just attracted to their more like moodier, grungier, like dirty diarrhea color stories. So this one is definitely just very bright. And I feel like a little bit of a departure for them, but it feels very on par for this IP. And again, I really, really do appreciate that Lethal knows how to do IPs. They really do it well. I'm so curious to see what else they're gonna come out with. I really have hope. Oh man, Lethal, if you're listening, babe, sit down. I need you to do like an Are You Afraid of the Dark collection, because I feel like you're the only ones that could do it. And do you know how many elder millennials would rush for it? Oh my God, that would be amazing. But yeah, anyway, so overall, I found this collection to be really, really cute. I loved playing with it. This was a lot of fun. If I had to rank them in any way, I would say out of accessories, bag would be number 1, mirror would be number 2, and that headband would not even be on the fucking list. No, sorry. So I would say those two are the best. When it comes to the makeup, I definitely think the cheek products are so good. They're good. They're really good. So I would actually say the blushes and then the highlighter and the, okay. I would say blush, highlighter, they're kind of both the same in my opinion. So any of the cheek products, I know it's cheating, but whatever, f you. This would be number 1. Then the eyeshadow palette would be number 2. Then the eyeliner would be number 3. And the lip balms, they're not on the list. They're just not on the list. I don't think it's kind of worth your time, and just whatever. They're pretty, but like, who gives a shit, okay? That would be like my little ranking for this. If you were interested in wanting to pick up anything from this collection, all the links will be down below, but I do want to kind of highlight this. If you are from the US, Lethal has something on their website that kind of points out the unfortunate, shitty reality that we are living in the US. One of the many shitty realities, really, but the whole tariff situation. Unfortunately, there are tariffs because these products or the components or something like that are made in the PRC. So you are subjected to that. What is nice is that you actually see in real time like how much those tariffs are going to be. Because I know some sites don't do that and it's just surprise. For example, my coworker purchased a bunch of like French sunscreen and wound up having to pay like $100 on her order of like $60 or something like that. So she didn't get any email about it. Just FedEx was like, pay me. So I'm happy to see that Lethal is actually really making it very transparent that these costs are going to be there. And I believe Lethal is also including like a little bit of a discount on the duties. I think they pay for a portion and you pay for a portion or something to that effect. They say it way more eloquently than I do, so I will just leave it right here. And again, all their information will be down below, so feel free to peruse at your own leisure. But overall, I thought this collection was a lot of fun, and if you are interested in picking this up, rest assured that the quality is fucking awesome, especially the products that I cannot shut up about. Now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below if you would be interested in picking up this collection. Did you pick it up? Have you received it yet? Or are you with me and you're like, let's get an Are You Afraid of the Dark collection? Let me know, because I love hearing from you. And of course, I want to say thank you so much to my beautiful patrons and YouTube members for keeping this garbage boat afloat. And I'll see y'all trash bags real soon. Bye.